This is John with Clean Cut Fence and Gate. We've got a customer here that we installed the fence for, this past summer. And they got the pool and they decided they needed a gate over on this side. So what we're going to do is cut them in a gate here. We've got a line post here. We're just going to start off of that with a gate and post and put us another one over in here. Of course, we'll be adding a 2.5 inch post. Probably just sleeve right over that since it's already in the concrete. Have a good footer there. And so we're going to have to cut in this gate into this line. So follow along. I'll kind of show you the technique that we do, kind of the measurements, everything. So if you're trying to do this out at your place, you got a fence where you need a gate cut in, here's a pretty good little guide how to do it. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so this wire is stretched so tight that we're just going to have to cut it out link by link to make this work. So we'll get started on that. We are apart there. All right. Yeah, the bottom tension wire there too. We got to unhook. All right. All right, we're just driving down into the concrete as much as we can on that line post. Getting a good seat, we'll put a self-tapping screw down at the bottom to hold that, so we've already got a good solid post to go off over there. watch these panel stretchers, what that's called, or what I call it. But they will come loose and they will knock the fire out of you if you're not careful. Be real careful using one of those. Once you get the bolt through, you can let the tension off. There we go. Same process as with the rest of them. All right, we got that post in. I like to stay about 3 inches above the top rail. And just for reference, top rail, I think about 2 3/4, close enough. I'm gonna mark that one. I'll just do 2 3/4 to match the other one. Right there. Oh, there's a little rock. Good size rock. 5 inches thick. It wasn't any fun. Do not want to come out of there. If I dig enough dirt over in there and move it over into that side, maybe. Rock's about 8 inches thick. Okay, you can see what come out of that hole. And one rock I had to break through was about 8 inches thick. It's almost as long as my shoe. And there it is down in the hole. We were able to get in there 24 inches. So it's going to be plenty to set that gate post. Perfect. Okay. Go. Give them a level. Toss a couple of those rocks back in there in the mix so I won't have so many to carry out. Leave them more big ones out. Big old. A bit of tension in that wire. Okay, and then you can just pull it back over that bolt and that's tied. You tie it off. That's tight. You bend it back around. Like that. I like to try to get one hook made around it where it don't loosen up on you. Things, they used to make them where they'd lock, but you don't trust them. But this always hard to get them dome cuts straight. Somebody needs to build a better dome cap. Got to put a self-tapping screw in this one. Alright, that post is never going anywhere. Screwed into that other post. Okay, we've got it wrapped up here, or I got it wrapped up. 4-foot gate put into this 4-foot black chain link fence. Got a nice tight fit. There's absolutely no room. It is a perfect snug fit there on the drop fork. Gate swings perfect. The line is straight as an arrow, and I was able to do that without a string line. Just put a bubble on it, on your or a bubble level on your post. Move it to where you want. Put a little dirt around it, a little concrete around the base. Get it where you want it. Be gentle. Go ahead and concrete that thing in. So it's perfect. The key takeaways on this is, if you're cutting in a 4-foot gate into a fence, could be 5 foot, 6 foot, didn't matter what the height is. But on your width, your 4-foot gate, your actual gate measurement is 44.5. You leave 3.5 for the hinge and latch, and so that gives you a 48-inch opening between the posts. Then if you're trying to cut in for the fence, you're going to allow another 4 inches on each side. That's 8 inches. So pulling out from 48, you would add 8, 56 inches. That's where you want to cut your top rail to fit in on a 48-inch gate. It's 56 inches. You'll cut your wire at actually 57 between. That works on a 4-foot, 5-foot, 6-foot gate. If you're doing or in height, if you're doing a 5-foot wide gate, same medicine. Add 8 inches for the cutout in the top rail, 7 inches for your wire. So that's it. Anyways, if you like this video, like, comment. That's what keeps me inspired to do this kind of thing. If it helps you out in some way, tell me about it, man. If you got some tricks that you know, offer them up. That's what we're here for. I'm Clean Cut John with Clean Cut Fence and Gate. Been in business since 1992 and done a lot of fencing. Check us out at cleancutfenceandgate.com. Straight talk, straight lines, built to last.